Hey everyone, right here with Rinksworks. I'm just going to do a real quick video today on how to, an easy way to evenly space out your balusters or your spindles, whatever you want to call them, on a deck or a porch like I'm making here. I remember the first time I made a deck, I spent an incredible amount of time trying to figure out how to get the spacing right and how to make it look good. So I figured out an easy way. It's not rocket science. Other people probably do the same thing. I don't know, but I thought maybe I'd do just a quick video on it and hopefully it'll help somebody. So stick around and I'll show you how I do it. Quick and easy, works every time for any space you got. So let's get to it. All right, so the first thing we need to do is figure out how many spindles or balusters we need in our space, and each space we're going to do this to. So I just brought a bunch out. Most municipalities will tell you 4 inches maximum space between them. So I'm just going to lay these out. I happen to like 4-inch spacing. My dog's going crazy. 4-inch. I'm just going to lay these out. I'm not measuring these exact, but I'm getting them close enough to 4-inch just to figure out how many we actually need. And it looks like we're going to have an extra one. Okay. And our last space is 3.5 inches, which is why we're doing this, because if you could just start putting them up at 4 inches spacing, but you're going to end up with an odd space somewhere on the end. And we don't want to do that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to count our spaces. We already have our number of spindles. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. 6 spaces. That's supposed to be SP. No, it doesn't look like it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these, slide them over against the post tight, and measure from the post to the edge here. And see what we get. And we get 23 5/8. So we got 23 5/8. Now what we're going to do is we're going to divide that by our 6 spaces. And to make this easier, let's convert the 5/8 to decimal, which 5/8 is pretty common. I happen to know what it is, but in case you don't know how to do it, I'll show you. We're going to take 5/8, so 5 divided by 8.625. So we got 23.625 divided by 6. 23.625 divided by 6 equals 3.9375. 3.9375. So that's, we're going to make a spacer block exactly that length, and then we'll use that as our spacing. Now, I have a scale here that will do 30 seconds and 64ths on one side, and it'll do tenths and that on the other side. So I could just use this to measure this 3.9375 out. But if you don't, you can convert this back to a fraction. And you know what? Let's do it the way most people do nowadays and see if it works. I'm not very good at this, so we're going to see if I can make it happen. We're going to ask Siri or Google or whatever it is. Convert 9375. Yeah, we better tell it the right thing. Convert 0.9375 to nearest fraction in 30 seconds of an inch. 30 seconds. Did you see what it did there? Or it did say 30 seconds there. So let's see what it tells us. And the answer is 15/16. So We're going to make a spacer block 3.9375 or 3 15/16. So let's get set up and do that. All right, so this is just an end cut off one of those balusters. When I cut them to length, I saved a couple of these to do the spacing. And I got this just set up right on one of the inch lines. And we're just going to make a mark at 3 15/16. So 1, 2, 3, and 15/16. All right, let's cut it. Now I already pre-drilled and countersunk all these holes. I'm just going to set some screws in there to make it easier for myself as we set them in. And I'll probably just show you the first couple and maybe put you on fast forward or something, or just stop it. But what I do, take my spacer, put my baluster up against it tight. Make sure you're even, close to down here. Keep that good and tight. Press against the outer rim there. Now I can take this, move it to the bottom. There's our spacing. And we'll just do this all the way across. Now you may find when you get to the last one, your posts may not be completely square, top to bottom. It might have a little bit of movement, so you can kind of, get your spacer in, but you can eyeball if you need to move one end, top or bottom, in or out a little bit to make it visually look correct. Like in this case, my posts are pretty good. I can just check my spacing. That's good there. And it's good there. All right. So now we have equally spaced balusters, and that's how it's done. Not hard. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but the eye is what matters. If you can't tell by the eye, then you're good. And we're good. All right, so here's how it looks from the outside. We have good spacing all the way across. Doesn't look, we don't have a weird end or anything. I'd already done this side and that side over there, and I still have one more to go. So I'm gonna do the exact same process that I did here on that one. Cut a whole new block and everything, unless it just happens to be exactly the same, but I doubt it. So anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And if you got something out of it, hit the like and subscribe buttons. And we will see you on the next one.